Hey there, YouTube. I'm about 2 days late to this, but I have avoided as many spoilers as possible. I'm with my good buddy Matrona,
Hi.
um, and yeah, hey, I'm employed. All right, unlike your favorite creators. Okay, so let's get into this. I guess they're technically employed, but fuck 'em.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Rogers, Game Director on Path of Exile 2, and welcome to GGG Live. Today we're going to show you an exclusive reveal for what's coming next for Path of Exile 2. Twitch drops are enabled on today's livestream, so you'll be able to claim your Verdant Wilds dodge roll effect by following the instructions below.
He's sharding
Now
as he
today, it's
walks.
finally time to show off a new class that we know everyone in the community's been waiting for. So let's roll the trailer for Path of Exile 2, The Last of the Druids.
Let's. Please do. Hey. This bro's entire ass out.
Well, what have we got here then?
You lost, fella?
Hey, we're talking to you.
I asked you a question.
Wolfie.
What's wrong with him?
Chat, we've
He's
got
lost his bloody mind.
Wolverine and Bear.
Whoa.
We're using Primal Beast's Q.
Where's with his wolf pack? That's a tornado. Is that a dragon?
What the hell?
Oh my god. Dragon form.
Dragon form. Wow. Chat, hate to say it, love to say it. I'm gonna be playing Dragon form, I think. Methinks.
There's gonna be a dragon. I might be the
I will
alpha of
find
my
you.
very own wolf pack.
Wow. Do you think they're gonna be summoners?
I mean,
Now, as you
yeah,
can
the
see,
trailer
the druid is a
showed a pack of
shape-shifting
wolves,
elemental
so yeah.
spellcaster. After his fellow druids were destroyed by the King in the Mists, the druid lost his humanity in the forests of Ogham, where he wandered for years as a beast. Now, finally reawakened, he's determined to find his lost wife and regain his humanity. The druid has been one of the hardest classes for us to design. As well as having human spells, he has 3 animal forms, and we wanted to make sure that there were interesting combos between all of them. The druid is our first hybrid strength and intelligence class. That means he needs to have the ability to use spells
Huge.
and attacks. As a human, the druid typically
a
uses
lot of
magical
AoE.
staves to harness the powers of the earth and the natural world. One of the first
Oh my god, he uses staves? Reddit tells me that means this is the worst class in the game now.
skills you will learn is the ability to create small volcanoes from the earth. This skill spits out balls of magma at your enemies, and will continue to do so for some time. While the volcano is active, turn into an animal and wade into melee range. Many of the skills you use as a human last for a significant period of time, giving you a good chance to turn into an animal and rage out. But how do you turn into an animal, you may ask? Well, the answer is a new weapon type that druids use, animal talismans. When you equip an animal talisman, you can choose which animal form you would like the talisman to represent. Depending on what you choose,
Where's the
you'll be
dragon?
given that animal's basic attack
the
as a new skill
dragon?
to equip. For a
I
bear,
would assume that
that's
the
maul.
dragon form
To
is
turn
a
into a bear,
lineage
simply
gem,
use the skill.
like a
Your
legendary.
character will instantly transform into a bear and attack. If you want to change back to a human, just cast a spell. You will instantly swap back and cast it.
That's
We
pretty
wanted to
good.
make sure that swapping between forms was seamless and immediate. Changing forms should be something that you do without even thinking about it all the time in battle. In order to allow for hybrid melee and caster gameplay, most of the skills you use in your human form last for some time and aid your animal skills in some way. The volcano we used earlier will emit more molten balls whenever you hit it with a slam, making it perfect for use with your bear form's furious slam.
Wait, that also
While in
synergizes
bear
with
form, many of
the
your abilities use rage.
fire.
There are a lot of
build
ways to
for-
generate rage, but the easiest one is
for
simply
warrior.
smash your enemies with mauls.
Smith and Katava.
Yes.
Once you see the runes on your back glowing, it means you have enough rage to do a much more devastating version of your Furious Slam.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Your bear form can also go on a rampage, stomping the ground as you demolish your foes.
It's pretty goated.
Primal Beast
The
W.
more rage you have, the longer the rampage lasts, and doing it over a volcano makes it even better.
Whoa, it's shooting a bunch of balls out.
As you consume rage, your bear
balls
form
are
will
going
generate
crazy.
endurance charges, and these can be used with skills like Ferocious Roar.
A full-blown
Ferocious
fire
Roar is
bear would have been
that
a.
empowers
This
your
would have been a
sub-
great opportunity for them to add a righteous fire. A fire
No.
bear. Think about it. Fire bear. Lineage gem. Righteous fire. Fire bear.
subsequent
No
attacks to
righteous
break your
fire.
opponent's armor.
Yes,
The more
righteous
endurance charges you
fire.
have when you use it, the more empowered attacks you will gain. But
Whoa,
Ferocious
bear
Roar has another
versus
special feature
shark.
Oh, there it is. There's
There
the,
it is.
the dragon symbol.
It might be just in like higher level
Yeah.
ones.
Yeah. Or like different bases have different forms, so maybe one would be like just dragon form. But it would be like stronger, but the downside was you couldn't like use any bear or wolf skills. Something like that.
Perhaps.
It's a meta gem
But
that allows you to
perhaps
socket
it's-
any Warcry gem from another class into it, giving you the ability to use these skills as a bear.
Oh.
Use the Warrior's Infernal Cry skill to make your enemies explode.
Neat.
Yeah, I'm coming.
Or use Seismic Cry to stun your enemies and double up the number of slams you do.
Whoa!
You can even use it with Ancestral Call, a skill that turns you into the fire god Cow.
Holy,
Holy
Once
shit,
again,
wait,
Druid
did I
god
say
of
the
war
thing?
would like
There it
if he was a bear? Well, wait no longer.
Chat
Finally,
the
build a
pseudo
bit of rage
righteous
and use
fire,
one of the
closest
bear's
thing to righteous
ultimate
fire we have.
abilities, Walking Calamity.
It'll
This skill
make
summons
your
a storm
skills
of
do
fire
fire
around you for
damage,
some time,
but
while generating
that's
even more
about
rage
it.
to power your other abilities.
No.
A true bear apocalypse.
No, but also when he was charging, he
bears
was like
mode
doing
is-
AoE blasts of fire. Think about it.
Slower and more lumbering animal,
Yeah.
with slower attacks and heavy slams. But what if you want to turn into something a little more nimble?
Like a wolf.
Well, let's check out the second animal form for the druid, wolf form.
I'm gonna be my own little alpha.
For the wolf form, we wanted to go
Okay.
fast and furious. Even just the wolf's basic attack will
It was
leap
gonna be
forward
fast and
rake his
furious.
foes. After attacking, the wolf stands up on two legs, but after running for a short time, he goes back on all fours, allowing to move more quickly between packs of enemies. The wolf has a lot of cold attacks based on his association with the moon.
Where he uses
And
free
the first of
Worgen
these
mount.
is Lunar Assault. It's great for freezing your enemies in place. After they're frozen, use your basic rake attack to knock shards of ice off your enemies, which land on the ground nearby and explode. If you want to get into battle
Whoa.
quickly, you can use your pounce attack. This skill leaps at a target and applies a mark to them. Killing the marked enemy will summon a wolfman into your side, allowing them to fight with you. Mark and kill as many enemies as you can to build up a sizable pack. While an enemy is marked, your wolves will prioritize that target and do more damage the more wolves you have. So make sure you keep your pack strong.
I need to keep
Now,
my
one
pack
problem you might run
strong.
into is your wolf pack dying in boss fights. You often don't have any enemies that you can mark and kill in order to regenerate your pack. To deal with this problem,
Where
you
my
can use
homies.
Cross Slash. Cross Slash
Whoa.
jumps backwards and does a vicious double slash. Any marks on your target explode and triggers their abilities. This allows you to pounce to mark an enemy and then summon a wolf even without killing it. Cross Slash also has another feature though.
There's
Remember
something
those ice
wolfies.
fragments from before? Well, Cross Slash will propel any ice shards on the ground towards its central target. First, freeze your enemies with Lunar Assault.
Bro, he let
Then
out a
rake them to
howl.
create as many
It
ice
buffed
fragments
his-
as you can.
His boys.
Then follow up with Cross Slash to
Unrealistic,
generate a field
by
of
the
icy
way.
explosions to obliterate your
This
enemies.
boss would have been dead on the first swipe. 0.3.
If they're still alive after that, your pack of wolves can finish them off. Just like with the bear's raw skill earlier that allows you to use skills from other classes, Pounce is also a meta gem that you can socket mark skills from other classes into. So for example,
Whoa.
you might want to try adding Freezing Mark from the monk to Pounce. After pouncing at an enemy, cross slash to explode the mark and gain extra cold damage for a time. The wolf has many other ways to go all in on cold though. Using the Arctic Howl Warcry will allow you to add cold damage and chilled ground to any slam, while buffing your pack of wolves as well. You can also use
The
it to
wolfies
freeze
have
enemies that are
glowing
close to
feet.
being frozen, making it much faster to use your other combos.
Pretty neat.
Finally, the wolf also has the ability to call down the power of the moon to transform into an Arctic werewolf with Lunar Blessing. In this form, you move and attack more quickly and deal extra cold damage.
Oh my god, he went from wolf
Consuming
to
range
bear.
will extend the duration of your Arctic wolf form.
Sure
So you
did.
could try a hybrid bear and wolf build if you want to utilize the skill to its full effect.
Imagine being a wolf versus final boss of
Right.
Act 1.
Let's talk about the third form of
Whoa.
Vandal Druid. And I think
Whoa.
it's a cool one. The Wyvern. The
Uh,
Wyvern has a number of
Wyvern.
long-range
Alright,
abilities.
nerd.
But that doesn't mean you can't get into melee range when you want to. The basic attack of the Wyvern is Rend. Jump forward into combat and slash your enemies with your lethal talons. If they're close to being stunned, you can blow them off balance with a blast from your wings, causing an explosion of damage. After the battle though, it's time to feed. Devour the corpses of monsters to create power charges. This is when the Wyvern's abilities really come online.
Okay.
When using Rend, you can consume a power charge to charge up your wings with lightning. Not only does this do a bunch of damage, but it allows you to turn this melee skill into a much larger AoE attack. Once your wings are charged, your wing blast will also do lightning explosions for even more damage. If your enemies are close to death, no need to wait for them to actually die. When you see this blue marker, just devour them alive. Fresh meat is much tastier after all. Alright, so those are some melee options. But how about range?
Bro can just choke Ethel.
Well, you wouldn't be much of a dragon if you couldn't breathe fire after all. Rolling Magma
Yeah,
is
you
the
are a
first of the
dragon.
Wyvern's breath attacks. Spit balls of fire that
Wow.
bounce along the ground. These balls will trigger volcanoes as well, so it's a good idea to cast one as a human right before you start spitting.
You can do that at level 1 in PoE 1.
But that's not all you can spit. You have something a little
Oil.
nastier in that gullet of
Holy
yours.
shit. Bat Rider.
Spitting a barrage of oil at your enemies will cover them in a viscous sludge that makes them easier to ignite. If you have power charges though, plant your wings in the ground and vomit a barrage of lightning-infused projectiles. The more power charges you have, the longer you can do this for. But make sure you keep your foes at range.
That's pretty
You're
cool.
vulnerable to melee attacks.
That's
which
Aurelian
ruin
Soul
this
Q
skill.
right there.
In order to help with that,
Ole.
let's take a quick diversion back to some of your human abilities. As a druid of scope,
Let's not.
you have the ability to harness the power of
Not
nature
play.
to create entangling vines to slow down your enemies.
It's pretty basic.
Another of nature's punishments is the thunderstorm. Creating one of these will create periodic strikes of lightning from the sky, and will also make your enemies wet. Why is that useful? Well, of course, things that are wet are easier to shock.
Lightning.
Use it with lightning damage from your wyvern form to enhance your
Whoa.
damage. Making things wet also makes them easier to freeze, so it
I'm gonna
works
make
nicely
my
with your
homies
wolf form
so
as well.
wet.
And you know what else likes water? Plants. Water your
Whoa.
plants to give them various extra
What are my
abilities.
plants?
Use lightning storm with entangle to make them last
Don't
longer
mind if I
and attach
do.
more
We need to get
vines
Sean
each
in
time,
here.
slowing them further.
Nah, I'm playing.
Summon thrashing
little-
vines to slam at your enemies
guys.
for a time. Any that are created in water will be larger and deal more damage.
Oh my god. Those vines look kind of
Now, with
badass.
our enemies sufficiently subdued with our plants, time to really lay into them
The
with
big
our
meme would be
lightning-infused
going
barrage.
druid just to not even use any of the forms.
Now,
I was thinking
this
about a
last
pure
wyvern ability is
spellcaster
just
druid.
ridiculous.
Just like
we
a
felt like we had to
pure
do it.
nature DPS.
Use flame breath to take to the skies and rain down a stream of fire on your enemies. You have wings, so we have to take full advantage of them after all. So fly around and burn it.
Whoa, that added. It's burning down the cornfield.
It is.
It's pretty. That's pretty neat.
Now there are a few
Pretty
other
neat
skills
attention
we
to
can
sure that
detail.
already
but there's one in
existed
particular that I
because
think will
the
open up a
fire
lot of
does
builds.
for warriors,
Spell
but
totems. Spell totems
still
are
it's
meta
coded.
gems that let you create a totem that will automatically cast any spell in the game for a time. In order to create one, you will need to spend 3 endurance or 3 power charges. You could use them to throw fireballs, summon comets, or shower the area in lightning. Really, the options are kind of endless. Your bear form can easily generate endurance charges by consuming
It's kind of
rage,
badass. What is
and
that?
your wyvern form can easily
Bro, it's
create
literally
power charges
floating.
by eating corpses.
That
So it's
is
pretty
a
easy for the druid to get the
sorceress.
charges needed. But they're
Ah,
also
skill.
available from quite a few other places as well. I'm sure we'll be seeing a lot of different spellcaster classes thinking about how best to take advantage of these. Now, of course, along with a new class comes a bunch of new support gems. We've added over 30 new supports throughout the game, but I'll show you a few of the cooler ones here.
Cooler.
Fan the Flames
Who are you
can
to
be
say?
added to any wind skill to spread fire from one ignited enemy to the other enemies behind them. It's great for the Wyvern's Wing Blast.
I don't know why, but I just randomly thought of Fire Arrow Deadeye. Putting that on their tailwind. It's like, you know, whenever they get hit and there's like a wind blast on the enemy, it'll also like slam them with some fire blast.
You can also use it on many other classes with wind skills.
But then
like
I'd
the
be
Twisters on
playing
the
a
Huntress,
Deadeye.
or the Monk's Staggering Palm.
I would never do that, genuinely.
Accelerated growth causes extra explosive plants to erupt from the ground whenever you grow plants with rain.
Whoa.
And Advancing Storm changes storm skills like your Thunderstorm or Tornado to move across the battlefield. It's great for watering plants en masse, or to turn tornadoes into a real disaster by sucking up multiple
Yeah,
ground
by the
effects as
white.
they travel
No, that's a
along.
real boss.
I'm with the white. Nah, bro didn't one-shot him
Sorceress might like
instantly.
to use it with Firestorm as well.
This is much weaker than Lightning Arrow Deadeye.
Echoing Cry causes your Warcry skills to echo. They will repeat a couple
Whoa.
more times with a delay after you use them, giving you more empowered attacks. Use it for the Druid's animal form Warcries, or on the Warrior for a nice power boost.
Whoa, I love my warrior.
Grounding Shocks causes monsters you shock to turn into living Tesla coils, arcing lightning to nearby enemies. You could use it with your empowered wings for an extra damage boost, but it's also great
Looks
with
pretty
any
cool.
other shocking skill. Try it out with Lightning Spear. It obviously needed more AoE clear.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's a whole
what a good
pile more,
meme.
but we'll leave those for you to discover.
Chet, Lightning Arrow?
Now,
No,
when a new
this is like
class comes to
Spear.
Ascendancy classes,
Oh.
the Druid will have two options for now, with a third being released later.
Ooh.
The first class is
Oh.
the Shaman. The Shaman channels nature's elemental
Enhanced
fury and
orc.
can harness rage as a spellcaster, unifying his animalistic and
Shaman.
magical tendencies.
But you said a third one will be added
By
later.
allocating Druidic Champion, you gain spell damage the angrier you are. And with Furious Wellspring, you generate rage continuously and can spend it to empower your spells. With the knowledge of the Asmerian Magi, the Shaman can harness untapped power from runes and idols. After allocating Wisdom of the Magi, you will notice that all runes and idols have extra mods only available to the Shaman.
That's pretty
These
neat.
new mods unlock countless new possibilities for enhancing your build.
Ah.
You can also allocate
kinda
Bringer of
nice.
the Apocalypse, allowing you to become a walking natural disaster. After dealing enough elemental damage, storms of all elements rain around you, destroying all who would face nature's fury.
Whoa.
For
There are
how
other abilities
for
for
how
Shaman.
long and can
I'll
you
just show
keep
a
it
few from
going
each
if
class
you're
for
in
now.
combat?
The
I think that'd be
ultimate
pretty
ability
cool.
is the Oracle.
Because it went on
The
cooldown,
Oracle
or
perfected the power.
it started like 16 seconds and then it started counting down all the way. I think it'd be really cool if it just like lasted until like you're out of combat, kind of like Swain Alt in League, or like Olaf.
Power of Foresight, and utilizes this in combat to gain massive advantage. When taking Fateful Vision, you will see visions of your future self using specific skills. If you decide to follow this path by using the skill yourself, it will do significantly more damage.
Huh?
Huh.
And with
What the fuck is
Converging
bro even
Paths, at a critical moment in battle when a monster is vulnerable to freeze,
bro's
stun, or
ears even
electrocution,
open?
the Oracle can use Moment of Vulnerability to see a vision of the enemy's future, and then merge it with the current timeline, allowing them to deal damage to both.
Okay, I
One of my
see what it is
favorites.
now.
When you first become an Oracle, you'll notice over 130 new extra passives appear in the
Oh,
Druid section
what
of
the
tree.
helly?
By allocating the Unseen Path, you use your power of foresight to learn from alternate futures and gain skills that would otherwise be unavailable to you.
Huh.
For example, self-sacrificing allows you to be able to summon more minions by reducing the spirit costs, with the trade-off of making your reservation skills cost more spirit. Or Corruption Endures, which allows oracles to have a small chance to avoid death. Both the
Hardcore
Druid
players.
Ascendancies offer interesting and unique ways to gain modifiers that
Chad,
no
I
other
need to go
classes can
Oracle.
get. So we're expecting a huge variety of build possibilities from these. Now there are unique
Interesting.
talismans for the Druid to use as well. We won't spoil all of them, but this one
It was
is
triple
particularly cool.
fireballing.
Fury of the King turns your bear form into a fire demon.
Holy
Converting most of
shit,
your
wait,
damage
it's
to
right-
fire. As a demon, you can also use Molten Crash, a jumping slam attack that leaves fissures around you. This unique also continuously grants glory, allowing you to use your ultimate abilities more easily.
Bro
Now,
said,
of course, the Druid isn't the
Bro said, yeah, we made our PoE 2 druid better than the D4 druid. Also, we just straight up put your main character in our game. Yeah, your move, buddy.
Only thing we're
I
adding
can
to Zero
play
Four O.
Diablo
We
in
still have
Path
a
of
bunch more to
Exile
show.
too.
With every new release, we create a new league with new mechanics, new pinnacle bosses, and with a new story to tell. And this time is no exception. So let's roll the trailer for the fate of the Val.
Oh,
The palace
mommy.
of Queen Atziri. It is a ruin, but in the dark, machines still churn.
We're getting Val skills.
holy shit, bro
It
made
has
an
many
ice comment.
functions.
Lol, crossbow mercenary.
A chance to save the Val. A gateway through time. Travel into the past. Again and again. Alter the temple. Uncover its secrets. You will be rewarded for your sacrifice. And somewhere in the deepest chamber, my queen awaits.
My queen.
I beg of you, hear me. The beast cannot give you what you desire.
You may have studied it, Doriani, but you do not know it like I.
Mommy?
It adores me.
Hey, yo!
Come now, give unto me your desire. At last, fulfill my soul.
Are we getting Val skill gems?
No.
Hi, I'm Mark Roberts. Game.
Oh! Remember whenever I
Hi.
kept saying Jonathan Roberts? I was literally getting the two main game directors, like, mixed up. Jonathan Rogers and Mark Roberts.
Director on Path of Exile.
I
In
thought it
the
was
fate
just
of the
because
Val
you were dumb.
League, you will find remnants
Well,
of
I
the
mean,
ancient
well,
Val
yeah.
civilization scattered throughout Rayclass.
But there was a reason I was saying
They seem
Roberts.
to attract nearby creatures and affect them strangely.
What the hecky? Corrupted
After
summons?
killing them, the remnant appears to gain some amount of power, but not enough to fully activate it. It seems you will need to find 5 more of these arcane devices, and sacrifice the monsters you find there to fully activate one. But things don't always go to plan. These
It's like in
devices
the
are old,
Temple of
and sometimes infected
Chaos?
by corruption.
the Trial
Twisted
of Chaos?
versions of ancient Val may emerge,
We have
and
to like
sometimes
clear the 3
even
little
stronger foes.
thingies.
On fully activating one of the devices, you finally discover its true purpose. A portal opens and takes you deep underground to a lost temple, once the home of Atziri, Queen of the Val. What treasures could still be inside? I think you're gonna want to find out. In front of
I
the
think you're
entrance is a
gonna wanna
console
see
of some
this.
kind,
What
and on
away.
activating it, you can see a map of the temple. Atziri's personal chambers are on the far side. But how could anyone get there? There are disconnected rooms, and the
How?
layout doesn't seem to make sense. And that's when you realize the purpose of the ancient devices scattered through Rayclast. The temple is powered by
Poor boobs.
sacrifice, and this energy can be used to modify the very structure of the temple itself. Each time you run the temple, you will be given 6 rooms that you can place,
can
allowing
see
you
'em
to
on the
craft your own
bottom.
dungeon to explore. Place paths to link up the dungeon, and place rooms beside them full of precious loot.
Wow.
After you are happy with your choices, open the temple and discover
building
the
a
results of your
dungeon.
efforts. Each room contains different challenges along with its rewards. On entering a room, the doors will slam shut behind you and you will need to face the encounter within. But choose wisely. It's important where you place the rooms to get maximum returns. For example, when placing a commander, you could just place it anywhere along an existing path, but a much better strategy is to place it next to a garrison of troops for him to command. With better leadership, the garrison will level up, making the monsters harder, but also more rewarding. Different rooms have different requirements for leveling up, For example, if you want to fully level up a smithy, you will need to supply it with golems from an adjacent golem works, and hook up a generator to the power network to supply it with power. After doing so, the golems will be powered up, making them much more dangerous.
Who's about to die?
You don't need to memorize what interacts with what. When selecting a room, you will be shown the locations that will make other rooms level up.
Bro
and
said,
exactly what
you
effect
can
it
have a
will on the temple.
lobotomy,
I do
is-
like my lobotomies.
which is very good for me, personally.
After running the temple, a few of the rooms will destabilize and be removed. It will be up to you to rebuild the temple, adding 6 more rooms each time you come back, making the temple larger and larger and larger. So, that's the basic functionality of the temple, but there is a lot more. Once Doriani
new
finds
skill.
out about your travels to Leraval, he will
rain
attempt to
of arrows?
persuade you to take on a new mission. The temple entrance contains a prototype of the time portal device. It will be able to take you back in time, but only to one specific point, right before Edzeri triggered the cataclysm that destroyed the Val. He requests that you go back and attempt to stop Edzeri to prevent the Val from
Yeah.
ever being destroyed.
Content creators who play this game for 200 hours straight are going to be complaining the shit out of this animation. They're like, guys, I have such limited
Edzeri is
time,
on
only
the far side
200
of the
hours a
temple,
day of free
so you will
time to
need
play
to
this
expand
game.
the temple significantly to get to her. And even worse, her chambers can only be unlocked by a room that isn't currently accessible to you. In order to deal
even
with that,
worse.
you are going to need to visit the architect of the temple. To get to
Wow.
him, you will need to place path rooms. But while doing
Bathrooms?
so, you will probably want to exploit some of the Val technology only available in the past. Once you can travel into the past, a whole new set of rooms are available to you, and they have some pretty insane rewards. At level 1, the corruption chamber can be used to corrupt a single item.
Oh, nice, and it's a piece of shit
But
now.
placing it next to a thaumaturge to run
He
the place,
ruined
and a
it.
sacrificial chamber
Yippee,
to provide soul
break that,
energy,
break
you'll
that.
be able to level it up. And it's worth it. Because once you
And
get the room
it's
to level
worth
3,
it.
there are some very nice rewards to be had.
Prove it.
In a level 3 corruption chamber, you will find this mysterious device. It has a slot to place an item, and it only accepts items that are already corrupted. What will happen to them? Well, normally once an item is corrupted, you can't modify it any further. But this device allows you to corrupt your item a second time.
Whoa!
Another enchantment.
Double bricked.
This has the capability to craft some very powerful items indeed. But be warned, the Val are all about taking risks in the pursuit of power. There is a 50% chance
Corrupt
that
it,
the
you
item will
pussy.
be destroyed.
Double corrupt it, you pussy.
Each room has its own interesting mechanics and rewards when
Can't
it
wait to
levels
put
up.
all my best items
Many of
right
them
in,
contain bosses to
straight
fight,
in the bin.
special drops,
I'm
and in
excited
many
for it.
cases, new crafting opportunities.
Double corrupt it, you pussy.
For example, a level 3 alchemy lab has a nasty Val construct to fight. But if you can
That looked
defeat
pretty
it,
weak.
you can find new
Did 0
corrupted
damage.
soul cores. Like Guatalizi's thesis, which on boots allows you to sacrifice your life to run faster. Or
Whoa.
Sita Qualottle's thesis, which on gloves will revive one of your minions.
See, that
whenever
would
an-
be really good on the other thing on Righteous Fire. Just saying, yeah, got a lot of health regen. Want to run fast with your big circle of death? You know, that's all I'm saying.
offering expires.
Yeah.
I'm sure they
A
added it. I'm
sacrificial
sure they
chamber
added
to
it.
level 3.
I'm sure they
and
woke
you
up.
will need to face a highborn priest of sacrifice. Defeat him to be able to further corrupt a Val you need, modifying it in unpredictable
I'm not
ways.
saying 1-for-1, but you could easily PoE2ify it. Like,
One of the
oh, and then
mods of
like
this
you use
unique will
other
be
things
removed
to like combo it, and
replaced.
it's no longer just a fire ring. It can also be an ice ring when you use an ice skill, and then it like freezes things around you, and then then a lightning ring that was all buzz in it.
Here's the thing, though. It's called Righteous Fire.
Oh,
You think they're gonna add it with Druid? No.
yeah.
It's gonna be whenever they add Templar into the game.
No,
With another random mod.
they're not gonna do that.
Oh.
For example, this Soul Mantle. It gives you an additional totem, but lowers your totem's life and curses you when they die. By using the machine, this could result in a terrible item
Gives
if
you
you
another
remove the good
penis,
mod,
but it punches you in the
but
balls.
also some amazing items if you replace the downside.
Wow, you can
Now,
replace the
one extra
downside
thing to mention about these Val crafting machines.
with another
You
upside.
don't have to take the items you want to craft into the temple.
Kind of goated.
If you don't have the item you want to craft with you at the time, then clicking this button will allow you to create a currency item instead, allowing you to do the craft later or trade it if you want.
Whoa.
Now, there are all sorts of interesting rooms you can find in the temple, but the last one I want to show you today is the Flesh Surgeon.
I am a
A
surgeon.
Val Flesh Surgeon can be leveled up by placing him next to a high-level synth flesh lab. But be careful. The Flesh Surgeon has some rather unpleasant experiments in his personal lab.
Some big titties.
Afterwards, you might notice the surgery table just sitting there. The Val are great at crafting items. Why not do some crafting on yourself? After laying down, you'll be asked which limb you'd like to
kinda
replace. Left arm, perhaps your right leg. Each limb can get a different set of random bonuses, so choose wisely. After getting up from the table, try out your new limb. It seems to work fine, and even perform better than your normal one. Now, there is just
Bro,
one thing with replacing
ChatGPT'd his
body
right arm.
parts. If you die and are resurrected, your body will return to its natural state. You might need to return to the Val Surgeons if you want another robot arm, and maybe get a better one next time.
So if you die in hardcore,
Some
your
rooms,
choice
like
is
the
permanent.
Commander, can give you a new type of reward. Medallions that can be used to manipulate the temple in other ways. Using a Queeper medallion will allow you to artificially boost a room, even if it doesn't meet the normal
Real.
requirements to level up. And a Huatalotli's medallion will stop
Okay.
rooms from destabilizing when you complete a temple, allowing you to guarantee getting a reward a second time. Great if you want to stock up on double corrupts.
Wow.
Now, with all that aside, time to face the Architect, and you will be in for a fight.
Chad, is this the new pinnacle?
Once defeated, you will find another console
No.
that can be used to modify
It's
the
the
temple.
middle stage.
But this one is special.
Aziri is
It allows you
clearly
to
the-
place new types of rooms
Oh, true.
with specific
the
rewards.
pinnacle. He's like the middle
There are
of the
rooms
road.
with specific uniques,
Wow.
special runes, and currency. But also a few other more niche
Hate to say it, Mark
crafting
Roberts, but
experiments.
that currency all suck dick.
Like this one, that can extract the socketables back out of an item at the cost of destroying it.
Whoa.
I feel like you don't really
Why
need
would
that.
I do that? Why
Unless
the fuck
it's
would
a-
I do
Something
that?
really important is
Well,
Let's
I
I'm the
mean-
poorest man alive.
I guess if it's literally like you,
Okay,
because
why
like there's some
intriguingly would
very
you do that?
valuable. I mean, that's what I was gonna say. Like, there's some very valuable runes, but I do feel like that'll be very good for SSF. That'll be very SSF build.
Yeah,
'Cause, like,
I'm
you
just
wanna
thinking,
just
like,
keep your
trade
shit.
league. If I had an item good enough that I wanted to socket it, and the socket was so good that I would think about extracting it, you could just sell it. But
No,
SSF people will like that.
I think
I
it's
think.
fine for like. I think it's cool for like if you get like those really rare movement speed on boots, socketables, that like you want to use on your like kind of not, like your not end game boots, but like you want to use them to have like more speed until you can afford the really good boots. It's like you get it, and then like you put them on your boots, and then you're like the whole time saving up, and then you get like 10 trillion divines, so then you can buy like your dream boots. And then like you buy them, so then you like extract them off of your current boots. There's
Yeah.
application.
Every league we release a significant amount of content for the in-game.
In
Arguable.
order to make sure that the Fate of the Val works well for late game players, we've added many mechanics to make sure that you can scale the difficulty and rewards to match.
Yippee!
Getting some rooms to level 3 adds extra mods to the entire dungeon.
Christ.
And these stack with each other.
This is
So
like
in endgame, when you can get some really big temples, you can generate a challenge
This is
that
a
can
lot
even
for one
match the
mechanic.
strongest of characters.
not that that's a bad thing.
We also start to introduce ways to store up energy for the temple, allowing you to save up many runs so you can do them later at your leisure and not interrupt your
Where's the
mapping
ribbon
too
ulted?
often. Now in each league, it's important that we have a new pinnacle boss to test your character's might. In the Fate of the Val, you will get to face Adziri while she was at the peak of her power. One of the rewards you will gain by defeating the Architect is the ability to place the Royal Access Chamber. Once connected to your temple, you can visit it to finally reach the Queen of the Val herself. This fight takes place at a critical moment in history, right as Adziri communes with the beast's power
Four
and
boobs.
takes her true corrupted form.
That's great. Bro,
Now, we are not going to show you the whole fight, but we will tempt you with one of the rewards.
making a video.
This is Adziri's
Don't you guys know
rule.
this?
This staff gives additional levels to all of your corrupted gems and lets you trade life for extra damage. But in addition to that, while using the staff, mirrors of refraction will constantly appear on the battlefield. Any projectile you fire at these will split into a nova, and they can chain from one to the other. So,
Whoa.
that's the Fate of the Val League. But we are also bringing the previous league, Rise of the Abyssal, into the core game,
Wow.
along with a few changes.
Very surprising.
Now, for those of you who haven't seen what happens when a league is over,
Who knew
it's
Abyss was
important
going
to
core?
understand that you will not be seeing abysses in every area anymore.
No!
Rise of the Abyssal is now one of the league mechanics that can show up randomly in endgame.
Ah.
If you want to specialize in running abysses, there is now a tablet that will allow you to add them to any map you run.
Wow.
You can also
Abyss
craft the
tablet.
tablets to
Shock.
add abyss-specific mods to
I
enhance how they
love
function.
tablets.
Wow.
Now that Abyss is core, it also needs its own Atlas tree. You can gain your
Bro,
first points by completing an Abyss. But there are
Just
more
rework the
available
whole
for doing
thing.
depths and killing certain bosses. And there are a bunch of different options. You might just want more monsters and bosses. But you can also make finishing an Abyss have a chance to overrun a nearby map with the Abyssal. Or make your
pretty good.
Waystone
We'll be
modifiers
taking that one.
also apply to Abyssal depths.
What?
You could specialize in the interaction with other leagues, or specialize in a specific Abyssal faction. One of the important elements that we have heard loud and clear is that needing to do Abyss crafting on Waystones is quite annoying. So, we have removed that. In fact, we have removed instilling from Waystones as well.
Holy.
This mechanic felt mandatory on maps because it boosted the value of all other content, but it was both annoying to do and resulted in a lot of visual clutter. Instead, we are bringing back some of that power on
Bunch of pig
tablets,
slop.
Warrior
which you
Gaming.
don't need to craft nearly as
What's
often,
pig slop?
since they last for 10 maps each.
Grayscale map.
Just like the visuals.
Once you
Yeah.
defeat the Arbiter of Ash, you will be able to upgrade tablets to a rare with 4 mods using regular cards.
Okay, that's pretty neat. I like that
Even
it's
this is-
actually tied behind like the first pinnacle boss. So like if you defeat the main boss on the tier 1 difficulty,
Yeah, because like right now,
then
he's
like you
the
unlock
god
the
of
second part
endgame.
of the late game.
Yeah, because like right now he's the god of endgame, but like
There's no reason to do him.
one that, but also in the deep future, like back in PoE 1, Maven used to be like the god of endgame, or like Searing Exarch, or like Eater of Worlds. All of these bosses used to be like the pinnacle, but now they're like stepping stones. So
Yeah.
this feels like a lot of groundwork for when he's no longer the end all be all and he's more of a stepping stone. Now you're
Yeah.
like, all right, now I'm in ultra endgame because now I can do 4 mod tablets.
It's pretty goated.
I can juice even harder.
Ugh. You're still juicing with magic tablets? Jesus Christ, you're poor.
Isn't enough to fully bring back the power you could
God,
have
you're
gotten
bad at
from
the game.
instilling. So we have
Get
also
the
buffed the
pores
bonuses
away
that
from
tablets
me.
give. Going forward, we're not going to be adding any more crafting directly to waystones outside of the basic currency because it adds too much micromanagement.
I overall like
that
that.
note, Fate of the Val does
Just put more
bring
power in the
ability
tablets
to corrupt
themselves and
your
then make it
tablets.
so you don't have to like
Hoping to
do
get
the
one of
thing.
many different random
immediately
outcomes.
lying.
On that note, everything I just said out the fucking window, and here you are using the special, not standard currency to corrupt your tablets in specific ways.
Now, with regard to Delirium Fog,
Yep.
What a
even
W.
though you shouldn't have to have it on every map
Wait, isn't the
anymore,
Delirious map?
we still did want
Oh, this
to make
looks
it
way
less
better,
visually
so.
annoying. Delirium Fog has been toned down significantly,
Just have like
so you won't
very
feel like you're just
light
playing in
gray
a sea of
clouds
grey.
around your character, or around your screen.
Another big source of problems in the endgame is the feeling of
That's
getting
fine.
overwhelmed with monsters.
Yeah.
In
Uh,
031, we
fuck
reduced
up,
the number of
pussy?
monsters in
Wait,
early
what?
endgame
Getting
in order
overwhelmed with
to help
monsters.
with this,
Just kill them.
but still scaled
Yeah.
up the number of monsters to previous levels by the time you got to tier 15. Well, after letting this simmer for a while, we are still getting this kind of feedback. So we are no longer going to
No.
scale up the number of monsters you go as you get deeper into the endgame.
No.
Instead, we are scaling up the difficulty and rewards by the same amount. So to be clear, instead of increasing the
guess.
number of monsters by 40%, they will instead drop 40% more items, grant 40% more experience, and have 40% more life, in addition to all the normal scaling they get due to being higher level. This only applies to regular monsters, not bosses. We have also
I mean, that was
reduced the
still
speed
a
mod-
lot of monsters on his map. I mean, it's not like there's gonna be like 3 monsters per map. But this definitely goes towards the not as PoE 1 build. This is definitely one of those changes that move it away from PoE 1.5.
modifiers that monsters can get sometimes, which
Yeah.
also helps a lot with this. Now, we did have a large amount of content for endgame planned for 040, but unfortunately we just
Oh wait,
didn't
wait,
get
hold
time-
on. That was goated. Was that map just a tier 16 without being corrupted?
Yeah.
Wow. Thank God.
Also helps
he
a lot
just
with
said,
this.
Yeah. Atlas
Now,
tree rework.
we did
still
have a
needs
large
some
amount of content
time.
for endgame planned for 040, but unfortunately we just didn't get time to finish it. The scope was a bit too large, and so we would need to wait until 050 for that. But rest assured, there will be a ton of upgrades for the existing leagues, as well as new pinnacle bosses, and a significant overhaul to the Atlas
I
Passage
mean,
tree
we got a
coming
new
soon.
pinnacle, a new class,
Now, another problem
a new
that becomes a
league
much
mechanic.
bigger issue in the endgame is
Who
game
cares?
performance. And we have done a lot of work here. The primary issue is CPU load. And to address that, a lot of things have been optimized. And we have done a lot of work
spinning
to
about
take
it.
advantage of more of your CPU cores.
Yeah.
You should see frame rates of at least 25% higher. And a lot less bad frame spikes during gameplay.
Talking to try moaning and
It does
bouncing
make
on it.
quite a big difference, especially on consoles. A lot more work in this area is ongoing, and you will continue to see performance improvements over the next few months. Of course, another important area is game balance, and we have made a lot of changes. Now, most of these we will save for the patch
No,
notes,
don't
but I'll do
nerf
a
my
quick summary
dead
of some of the
eye.
numbers.
She was so beautiful.
As well as adding 11 new unique items, we have rebalanced dozens of others that are not currently used very often. We've also done a pass over lineage supports. 21 of them have been rebalanced, as well as
Yeah,
adding 9
it's
more.
like
My God.
80% of them were
Alongside the-
complete dog doo-doo.
Like 4 of them were good.
And everything else
And everything
vendor
else was
trash.
like, yeah, so this is worth like less than an exalt. Like, okay. Holy shit. That is cringe.
2 new druid ascendancies. We have made balance changes to almost all the others, with some of them getting a grander rebalance, such as the Smith of Katava.
Oh,
Alongside the 20 plus new druid skills, we've also rebalanced 90 other active skills across all the different classes.
Wow.
And to top it all
Are
off,
we nerfing
there
warrior?
are also over 250 new passive skills added to the passive tree.
Wow.
I wonder if they
These
added life
changes should
notes.
go a long way to increase the viability of many more skills,
Oh, shit.
uniques, and
Maybe.
overall build variety that can tackle our most challenging content.
Is warrior gonna be the new S
Next up,
tier class?
we're going to be talking
Because,
about
like,
our new supporter packs.
I feel like when
Today,
people
we're
talk
launching
about it, it's like third place right now without life
Two
node
new series of
being in
supporter
the
packs.
game.
The
Yeah.
Precursor and
So
Calhoun.
like if they did,
Each tier contains the
life
pack's full
node it
face
up,
value in points, alongside
they might be
several
crazy.
exclusive microtransactions.
I
As
love
always,
microtransactions. I can't wait
microtransactions
to
in
give
these packs
GGG
are
money.
purely cosmetic and do not affect your character's power or progression in any way.
Rose
Who's
using
hitting him with
rolling
a
slam.
hammer?
Rolling
Wonder if they're
slam.
having. Wonder if they're gonna have any druid skins.
Contains 6 exclusive microtransactions.
Well, of course. All right, let's
First
see
up,
it. Which
the
one am I
marble
buying?
Statue character effect.
Wow, looks like shit,
Once you
bro.
finally stay still for a moment, a podium rises up out of the ground to immortalize you, turning your skin to marble.
So you
Yeah,
can
so when you're
AFK
When you
AFK
next
style.
move, the stone crumbles around
Or a
you.
farm while being AFK.
The Precursors had
Yeah,
mastery
this
over
is so
gravity
streamers can
manipulation.
aura farm
So too
while
can
they
you, now with the gravity
while they
well
AFK.
portal. Witness the
Wow.
power of its pull as you
You want to
approach.
buy a microtransaction that you'll never see?
Draw in enemies with your own gravitational pull with the Awakened Precursor armor set.
Wow. Yeah,
The
looks kind
Precursors
of mid.
designed and built many mysterious
show me the
ancient
other one.
beings.
Well, hold on
This
now.
one used to serve as a scout.
Look at
that
this
would
guy.
I mean, this
patrol
guy's kind of
and
goated.
tase
I mean,
intruders.
he's kind of goated, but you know.
Why salvage gear yourself when the Master of the Forge can do it for you?
Wow.
Molten gold spills out as the Forge Master breaks down your items.
It's pretty based, actually.
The relic of the Precursor's map device is a mysterious machine that sits atop ancient colossal statues. It keeps track of the number of charges consumed on your Precursor tablets used in the device. The Calgarian Pack series also contains 6 exclusive microtransactions.
Whoa.
The Calgurans had
This might be
astounding
my.
skill in
This might be
astronomy,
more my style.
being able to track cosmic events with absolute precision. Harnessing that skill, with the astronomer's level up effect equipped, you too can now see exactly how long it took you to level up as it outputs the time in chat.
Oh.
The time taken to reach your last 3
That
levels
could
is
feel
also
really good
displayed
or
on the
really
item,
bad.
so you can link it when you have a time you're proud of.
Yeah.
Crush unique enemies
Yeah.
by
When
unleashing
you're,
the
like,
wrath of
really
the
late
lost
game.
Calguran fleet.
Reach level 96 in 47 real life days. This guy does not go outside. It would say that too.
Led formally by Captain Heartland himself. A Calguran seafarer needs armor fit for the treacherous seas of
Bro's
Raycross.
got a peg leg.
This set has you covered with the
Yippee!
classic tricorn, and of course, a
A
peg.
peg leg.
The Lost Treasure weapon skins top off your appearance of a true raider of the seas. These
Okay.
gilded weapons can be applied to wands.
You say these
two-hand
goated
maces,
weapons?
I mean, it
and
is
shields.
drippy. Oh, okay. That
After a
looks
long
really
day
good.
of plundering loot,
Shield with
retreat
boobs
to
on
the
it.
Kraken's
Take my
Cove
money.
hideout. A home of some of the
Whoa, a
most
whole
deadly
hideout?
ocean-dwelling creatures in Raycross.
Yeah, no, this is the one I'm getting.
Many ships have met their demise here. What better to accompany you in Kraken's Cove than a Kraken itself? Replace your stash with a dormant Kraken, waiting for its
Crack my homie.
As you
Yeah, no,
approach,
this is the one I'm
it will
getting.
awaken
It's
and
not even
terrify
close.
both you and
That's a
any guests
stash?
in your hideout.
Yeah,
It's pretty goated.
Alongside this,
a whole
an
new
extra
hideout,
stash
a
skin item will be
stash.
granted to you,
How does it?
and when placed, will automatically
How does this one even get better? And we made Ange naked.
open to
Whoa.
any stash tab set with the currency affinity to help having to navigate through your tabs. Additionally, any microtransactions from these supporter packs will be made available for use in Path of Exile 1.
Oh,
Look at that.
not even a buy.
Damn.
It's-
They said, here's the thing you're going to give us money for.
Yeah,
I was
am
going to say
getting
buy
the
there
second
at the
one.
end, but yeah, there it is. There it is. Thoughts?
It's only $90.
Oh,
I mean, listen, I'm a big rich man, so
emphasis on the big.
emphasis on the big.
Well, Druid goaded.
Druid goaded. I'm gonna be an alpha.
I'm gonna assume the reason for talkative tries uh title and thumbnail. He's probably gonna talk about people who are probably complaining about the fact that they didn't rework the Atlas tree like they
Well,
said they
yeah,
were going to do.
I was gonna say
Oh, and
I
like
don't
the
think the
monster reduction.
video. I don't think the video is really him bitching. I think it's gonna be like, so these fucking losers on Reddit.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Uh,
usually. Of course. He always
they're yi-
keeps in touch with the losers on Reddit.
they're yipping and yapping, about the dumbest bullshit. So, uh, basically everything is bad because GGG
Hates
is
us.
bad and whatnot.
That's really the only thing I can think of that people would be upset about. Maybe like the druid coming out with two, but not having like three ascendancies. Like it took them,
Yeah.
they delayed it and still couldn't come out with the third ascendancy.
I was when I was like roughly talking about it. Um, when I was talking about it at work, I was saying how I would ideally like them to have all three. Um, if it was delayed.
I wonder
Now,
what the third one would be. I hope it's
that
more of
didn't
like a,
happen.
I hope it's more of like a summoner that sticks more in their human form, but like summons things.
Woodland critters.
Yeah, like has a lot of animals that do different things. Cause that'd be pretty cool. Because really, like, I mean, I like that the wolf has the wolf pack. Obviously, very goated. I think that'd be more upsetting if that was not a thing. Because it's badass to have a wolf
Yeah,
pack.
it's really true. That is extremely badass.
Or maybe it's taking them extra long because there's actually a fourth form, but the fourth form you can only access with the special ascendancy. That would also be very neat. It's like a fourth more special, more unique form that's like
What if they just
more
copy
powerful
paste
individually.
Udyr from League of
Oh,
Legends? Like the last ascendancy is that you don't transform anymore. You just like become goaded. You're like an
you become a
animal
were
kung fu
version
man.
based off of the styles of the three forms.
Yeah.
That'd be neat. There's a lot
I
of
don't know. I
possibilities.
mean, I would possibility like pause like possibility.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I get it.
yeah. There's a lot of possibilities.
Yeah, overall, I think it's still goaded. Like I was saying, like there's like yeah, we're missing the third ascendancy to druid, and they didn't get to the end game, which they said they were gonna do, which is that's probably the more unfortunate thing. Like they literally said it was coming, and they're like, we're gonna delay that. It's like, bro, that was literally like the selling point of the patch. Like 0.4 was supposed to be the end game rework patch, but okay.
they forgot.
Ah, it's actually 0.4 is the druid patch, and then it's like, wait, but that was supposed to be 0.3. Wait, 0.2, I mean.
Listen, dude, they're
Well,
trying
no,
their
no, it was
best.
supposed to be 0.3. Yeah. I feel like this just comes with the territory that I feel like naturally I feel like last league was absolutely turbo massive because they decided to let PoE 1 rot for 10 months while they worked on it. And
Yeah.
that will be like the biggest league that PoE 1 or 2 maybe ever gets again for as long as they're doing like this the split design philosophy where it's like we're working on this and then we're working on this and there's only like 3 months or 2 months in between each big update. I feel like leagues will be smaller even though they're coming out more often now.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's just true.
Like they used
You
to have
know.
4 months to work on every PoE 1 update. They had 10 months to work on the PoE 2 update. And it's like, well, You sure can come up with a lot in 10 months, but I mean, what are you gonna do what are you gonna do when your normal's like 2 months? So,
I
it is what it
mean,
is.
I still feel like, you know, not to antagonize the any very smart PoE2 community members that may or may not be agitated by this. I still feel like it's a lot, right? Like it's like a whole new league mechanic. It's like Abyss is going core.
Well, the
It's like,
mechanic just kept going on and on and on. I'm like, Jesus Christ,
yeah, I
there's a
mean
lot to this league mechanic.
it's a whole bible of a mechanic, and then like so like you got like a lot of depth to sink your teeth into. It's a very complicated one. And then, I mean, they still like upgraded the end game by being like, "Hey, we're making map buffing less misery simulator, and also now you can get rare waystones after you beat Arbiter, and like, you know, you got all the and you got a whole new class, and you got like I think it was 11 new uniques, and
Like over
they
200
got a
more
whole nother
tree
pass at yeah, over
things.
200 more tree notes and another fucking full pass at like entire game balance. Like they're not just druid, but they're like
Yeah, like every
buffing
other
slash
ascendancy
nerfing
and skill.
every other class, and it's like what do you want? Like
What do you want out of them?
I don't know how you could eat that good and then be like, wow, it's not enough.
And also,
Like,
like,
shut your bitch ass up. That's
I
my
feel
opinion.
like Abyss had a lot to it, but Abyss is like, it's still I feel like the way I think of it is it's still like, um, it's a medium league mechanic. Like, there's like big ones, small ones, and then medium ones. Or like the medium one would be like Abyss, or like maybe like Crucible and PoE1, or it'd be like
Yeah.
the small ones are like essences and strong boxes and things like that. But there's ones that are like, you could just do this for your end game, like
Blight.
Heist and Blight and what's that, Nico
Delve.
Delve. You could literally just say, yeah, I don't really care what
I
the
don't really
end game
care
is.
about mapping.
I'm not gonna map a single time. I'm just going to build my temple infinitely.
Yeah.
And like it really looks like
Although
this is the kind of league mechanic.
I don't think that is true because in the very early, you know, not to shit on you, but just as like a correction, in the very early part about describing the mechanic, they say that you have to find five like little things in your maps slash campaign and activate them to like get access to the temple.
Hmm.
So like I don't know if that's just like for the first time or if you're gonna have to like keep gaining access to your temple.
Yeah,
So well I mean you know we'll have to see
that's true,
about
I
that
guess.
when it
Well, I was
comes
just
out.
thinking about like, I mean, in other mechanics, it's still true that you have to have like contracts to go into heist, but at the same time, you
Yeah,
can
you can
just
just buy
buy
them.
contracts.
Yeah.
So I
A
guess
lot
you
of heist
can't
players
truly
never.
like just ignore the fact that maps exist, unless in the future they're like, hey, we like the idea of like players deciding that this is what they want to do in their end game and this is all they want to do in their end game because like this mechanic was really well received, and then like in 0.5 they add like temple keys where it's like if you don't want to interact with the thing, you can like do the thing on your map and then like sell the temple keys, and then like another player goes and buys the temple keys who want to make it like who want to make templing their whole personality.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall,
Yeah.
not much bad to say. Um, yeah, I'll be playing it. I'll be oh fuck. I feel like this is very rough. This is always gonna be a really hard time because I'm I want to make content about the game, But every time there's a December patch, which is always going to be the case if they stick to their schedule, there's always going to be a league that comes out in PoE2 in December. And with my job, I'm just going to be getting fucked in the butt during this month. So it's going to be easily the hardest
That's
league of the
that's
year
easy.
to
Just quit.
ah! It's gonna be the hardest league of the year to actually cover with content. I'm gonna be like, yes, I get 5 days off in the whole month, 4 Sundays and Christmas Day. Yippee! What do I have to do during those months? At least 3 of those days are probably going to be some sort of holiday shenanigans, and that's gonna be a whole day thing, or like a most of the
Yeah.
day thing. And then it's like the other days are gonna be like, okay, PoE2 mechanic or PoE2 league is out, and I want to be a content creator for the game, and I want to stay consistent. So I have to take I have to take my off days and make like 2 hour podcast episode about it or whatever. But I believe the league comes out on the 8th. Wait, what? Oh my god, am I dead ass? I forgot my phone. I don't remember what day it is.
I was waffling around. He's lost.
December 12th. Okay. Comes out on the 12th. Well, that is next Friday, so I assume either I will be a living corpse making. I'll probably be streaming it on Friday and Saturday, and then I'll maybe make. I'll gather my thoughts in the first 2 days about how we feel about the Druid, because I assume we'll probably both be playing it. And
Yeah, I'm
then,
rolling a druid.
and then we'll like discuss it on a podcast episode on Sunday. Oh wait, you work. God, you get fucked in the butt on Sunday.
I work on that all day, all day.
Maybe maybe Saturday night then. I don't know.
Yeah,
You do a
all
little
day.
short one on Saturday night. I don't know. Maybe I'll do a solo one on Sunday.
Yeah,
A little short solo one.
maybe.
Talk about
Maybe.
the kids and the wife. You know.
Yeah.
Talk about
No,
my
I mean
bare
that's just,
hands. Playing Path of Exile 2 with my bare hands. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I not to be a downer already. I'll have to see how it feels. But to be honest, not what I expected for the wolf form, the werewolf form.
Yeah.
It feels a little less. And again, hey, we'll see how it goes.
There's no way they showed all the skills, because I swear they
But
only did like 3 things the whole thing.
it
Or,
just feels a little bit less about wolves and being an alpha, and it's like weirdly tied to ice, which I get they wanted like an element to be tied to each like form, like bear is fire, wolf is ice, and then dragon is one dragon's kind of like everything, but
yeah, it's really weird.
also has a lot of lightning stuff. But like,
Yeah.
so I mean,
It's like the lightning breath and the lightning wings.
yeah.
And the
But
lightning
so like I mean I don't know. I'll
dust.
see. Like you said, they probably didn't show everything there is to do with each thing, right? There's gonna be stuff for us to explore
Yeah,
and whatnot.
I imagine there's a lot more skills, because like there's no way, and this would be a little disappointing if it's true. There's no way, like, from that video, the bear. So he on the bear, he did like the running stomps, and then he did like one big stomp, and then he did like a roar, and then he did like fast attacks, and he like did like a berserk. And I was like, okay,
Yeah.
and he just like they just kind of like repeated those 4 things in every video of like combat that I was saying, and they're like, and like if you
Yeah.
like stomp when and when the volcano's out, like makes more balls, and I'm like, okay, but is that all the bear itself does? Is that it? A little odd.
Hell yeah.
And they're like the wolf, so like he goes out like oh, and then he like cross slashes,
Auga.
and then he like slices you with ice, and like the ice shards go behind the guy, and it's like,
Yeah.
is that it, bro? That's all? I feel like
Yeah.
there's more. I hope that there's more.
It just, yeah. I mean, we'll have to see. We will have to see.
All right, everybody. Thank you for watching. I'm sure you did. So there's a lot of, probably hundreds, maybe thousands of people who are hearing me say this right now because they watched all the way to the end. And I just want to let you know that I appreciate that. Maybe even millions. Who knows? I'm a really popular
Maybe.
guy. And I will see you on December 12th. Baggy-eyed and miserable for League launch. Very excited about this.
Sounds good.
Let's go.